Good morning, fourth graders. Welcome to Shared Reading. Today we are going to be integrating two texts. What you're looking at on the screen are clips of sections of two poems we have previously read in the past 2 weeks. And today we are going to reread Green Gold, lines 14 to 23, as you can see on the left side, and Fields of Flashing Light, lines 51 to 68, which you see on the right side. How are these poems similar? In what ways do they differ? We are going to be close reading these lines in the poem. We are going to be using the graphic organizer down here to find ways that they are different, which we will go ahead and write the differences or the way that they differ on the all the way on the left and all the way on the right, and then the similarities between the two poems right there in the middle where it says similarities. This is just another way to represent a Venn diagram, which you might be used to seeing those two circles. We are just going to go ahead and use this type of graphic organizer to organize our thoughts. Then tomorrow we'll be writing a complete RRJ using this text evidence. So I'm going to start off by reading Green Gold. After I read, I'm going to go ahead and jot some notes down inside my graphic organizer. I want to remind you we're reading 14 to 20. Ooh, hold on. Computer glitch. We are reading 14 to 23. So this is right here in the middle of the poem. No boots, just shoes, sinking in mud, clay clinging to the soles. Every day, swathed in scarves, covering his nose and mouth, trying not to breathe, trying not to swallow, the smelly spray blowing on him. Armpits sweating, back aching, too tired to feel the hunger. So after I go ahead and I read that, a few thoughts that I do have right away is that this is showing the details about how difficult working on a farm was like. The difficulties, what I also see are those specific things that make it difficult. It talks about people not able to breathe. Because of pesticides. Body hurting. Not boy hurting, body hurting. They were hungry. These are now just very specific things that come with the difficulties of working on a farm. Okay, I'll go ahead and I'll put a little mark there. Okay, so I can go ahead and read the second one. I might have to make some adjustments if I did write any similarities in the left side. Here we go. Tested by dust. Ma and I sighed, grateful, out at the dirty flakes, but our relief didn't last. The wind snatched the snow right off of the fields, leaving behind a sea of dust, waves and waves and waves of dust, rippling across our yard. Daddy came in. He sat across from Ma and blew his nose. Mud streamed out. He coughed and spit out mud. If he had cried, his tears would have been mud too, but he didn't cry, and neither did Ma. Okay, so right here in Tested by Dust, you see that here they had difficulties from a dust storm. Sorry, my computer is going a little bit slow here. And we do see here that they do mention it was really destroying the farm. So it was destructive. It left Daddy left family feeling defeated, meaning that it was very difficult. Okay, so now I'm thinking of the two similarities. In both of the texts, what did both of the people face? What I do realize is that um, on the poem on the left, Green Gold, it is giving it's showing us the negative circumstances of working in the fields. On the right, it's really showing us the negative circumstances of the dust storm. So we can say that people faced hard times. And then we can go ahead and explain using text evidence about these difficulties that both characters in the poems have faced. I'm going to take this information and I am going to go ahead and form an RRJ tomorrow. I'm going to use this information. I'm going to build a race response showing the similarities and differences.